talk about something tonight. This one is actually on topic with the business. I think the unfortunate with a lot of you guys is you really just don't understand what's going on. I am going to, yeah. I am going to, we are going to be closed for individuals that are my clients. We are going to be closed tomorrow, and we're going to be closed Monday. I am going to enjoy for the first time, right? I'm going to enjoy. I am going to. What's going on, Deshaun? I see you. I'm going to enjoy the holiday. I'm going to, for the first time, I'm going to just take. I told Lydia we are not going to be open. We're going to take the 4-day weekend, and I'm going to enjoy it. Honestly, to be honest with you, it's the first time that I ever realized it before she did. Normally what happens is she tells me after I mess around and book people and I tell clients, I'll call you. Just tell Lydia and I'll call you tomorrow, and then get caught up in the last minute. Of working. I'm starting to learn how to just take time off. So that's what it gets down to. But we're gonna talk about something tonight. Talk about something tonight that needs to be talked about. A lot of people don't understand the perspective. And yeah, I was right. I'm gonna tell you what I'm learning. I'm learning to do. I'm learning not to follow. If I meet a woman, if I come across a woman's page and she is kicking some nice stuff, I'll take her video, post it. But I'm teaching myself not to, you know, just admire somebody and say, "Hey, nice content." Keep it moving. Excuse me. Starting to learn how to do that. Just not even get into it. I'll be right back. Okay. I am dragging ass. I am dragging ass. So we're gonna take a little pre-workout, see if that'll give me a kick, you know. I go to bed 1 in the morning, 1:30 in the morning. Playing this game that my ex-girlfriend sent me on a cell phone. Brain memory games. Closed my finger up in the door today. All right. So, all right. So let's jump into it. People, I would say the biggest reasons as to why, one of the biggest reasons, I say one of the biggest reasons, but if you could take all the reasons why you guys lose when you go to court, honestly, they will all be as equal. It won't be, and that's a little bit more than that one. Honestly, it's when you go to listen, when you go to court, when your mindset as a man, when you go to court, you have to have your brain has to be understanding that it's as simple as, how you doing today? I'm good. Not how you doing today? Well, my back hurt, this and all that. Just answer the question, keep focused, and be stern. In addition to that, you guys are fighting an imaginary layout. The layout for family court is not like any other court. It's not. I can tell you guys right now, how many times have you went to traffic court and had to talk to a hearing officer? How many times in the OJ trial did you say, Your Honor, I want you to recommend this to a hearing officer? You guys have no idea how bad it is to talk to a hearing officer. You guys have no idea how much you are manipulated into thinking that a hearing officer has any worth. They have no worth. They can do you wrong. I just had to respond. Why am I seeing this trash? Unbelievable. I come on here to load up the live stream over to my Facebook, and I gotta come on in and just get an instant eye cancer looking at this trash. It's amazing. I can block these people over and over and over again, and I still keep seeing this trash. Oh my gosh. All right. Okay. So like I just said, when you go to, so I'm gonna tell y'all about a situation with a client that I'm helping right now in Brooklyn, New York. And this client, for over a year now, was dealing with a hearing officer in his child support, and he was going before the judge on his custody. We said we wanted the matter to go in front of a standing judge. The motion was denied. You probably don't remember. I probably mentioned it. You probably see it. For those that follow me in some of my videos, I posted that this guy filed a motion in January. He filed a motion in March. He filed a motion in April and June. None of them got heard. Opposing counsel filed a motion that he went to the school, teacher school, and scared everybody. This was the same said attorney that put in that if you don't show up, I'm going to recommend you go to jail. They're both white. I normally don't play the race card. It takes a lot for me to play the race card, but it is just, he's a black man. The judge is white. The opposing counsel is white. And they just, when you get me to say this is racial, you did something. You did something. And for anybody to file a mad black man motion in court, you going racial. You trying to spark an undertone. People, I'm gonna tell you why I am the most deadliest. My clients are the most deadliest to go up against. And they are the most deadliest to go up against because I don't know too many people that can litigate better than me. Hell, I don't know anyone that can litigate better than me. I did when I was at the post office. I was the union rep. I was the one negotiating when people had to get handed down punishment. I was the one negotiating and going to management about issues. When I was in the military, I was a squad leader. So I am well versed into right. I'm going to do things right. Things are going to be done right. If not, I have no problem with pulling the trigger on said individuals and then tell them, hey, this is what I'm going to do to you. Watch. My resume speaks for itself. My life is a reflection of how well I work. Atila Sean Bradley's attempt at doing me wrong, a reflection of how well I execute. My own mother said, oh yeah, you done watch me talk about men like they was trash all your life. I done told you, I let my girlfriend, my man over. Yep, I let my sister rob my man out of $25,000. I let my other friend rob my man out of $3,000, and I ain't saying nothing. So then when it was my turn to get the wrath, no, I'm not that. I handle negativity swiftly. So it is a no-brainer when this individual filed a motion in January. We're in August. March, we're in August. May and June, you guessed it, we're in August. And the judge said no. As a matter of fact, when he was in court last month in July, he said, Your Honor, I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to get this done. The judge had the audacity to say, we're not in here for that, which was ironic. We filed a motion in the court in March for that particular thing. So when he said that, I said, the judge said, we ain't in for that. What people don't realize with me is I see into the future. I don't mean I can see me winning a lottery ticket. I mean, I see into the future in order to strategize something to say, I want the outcome to be the way I want it to be. That's how I draft up my motions to help you guys win in court. So when he said that, my brain flash back into us talking about that. Whoa. Because my clients will tell you when I'm talking to them, I'll be like, whoa, stop talking. I got a thought. Are you saying blah, blah, blah? And they'll be like, yeah. I'll be like, what? And get the transcripts. And they'll be like, what? I said, we filed that motion for 50-50 legal. And the judge, we filed that in March. Get all the motions that we filed. I want court dates. I didn't go to court for the okay. Had like 5 or 6 motions, didn't go to court. So I drafted up a federal charge on the judge. 5-6 days later, the judge says, motion did he draft it in January? Throwing it out. Motion that he drafted in March? Throwing it out. Motion that he throwing out. He threw out 5 motions under the context of you didn't have opposing counsel served. He did have opposing counsel served. So guess what? That error is going to cost you another violation. So I drafted up another federal charge on the judge. Y'all think, I don't know what y'all think. Then when we said we didn't want to go in front of a hearing officer, that a new hearing officer came and dropped his child support amount in Monday. So Monday he had 5 motions thrown out and a child support order. All this in one day. But he'd been trying to do something for the last 8 months. Nothing happened. Well, according to the world of nerd, that's the chances of that happening is not a coincidence that we filed a federal charge on you and now you're trying to clean up your act. People, have you ever heard the term knee-jerk reaction? The judge throwing out all his motions was a knee-jerk reaction. I want to tell y'all about this, and then we're going to go into the topic. So don't think I'm cheating y'all. I'm going to tell y'all about the topic. I just want to get this off the chest and just tell y'all, get y'all to understand. These judges are not what y'all think they are. They're not. They're not. Unless you committed a crime, then you're at that judge's mercy. But if you go to court under custody, if you go to court under child support, and you think you're going to go in there and talk like you committed a crime, if you're going to let opposing counsel, if you're going to let an attorney say, you're trying to drag this out, objection. You guys, I can look at every set of court transcripts I look at. I can damn near get a judge removed off the bench just by reading it. Oh, that's what he said? He said that? Yeah, obviously he said that. Didn't you file a motion on the 5th? Yeah. So this statement is now wrong. I'm drafting up a federal charge on the judge. That's how it works. So the judge, Monday, today is Thursday, he goes to court Monday, the judge throw out all his motions, and then all of a sudden, a new hearing officer steps in and hit him with a child support order. I call that a knee-jerk reaction. Here's the problem with knee-jerk reactions. They're 100% pure cocky. I'm talking about from a judge's perspective. They're 100% pure cocky, and they're full of nothing but new errors that when these eyes get a hold of them, more trouble. So I drafted up another motion on drafted up another federal charge on Judge Markoff today. So if anybody know Judge Markoff in Brooklyn, New York, hi, I'm the one putting boots to your ass. Where was I? So this judge said, oh, get it out of here. No. Well, the problem is he threw out 4 or 5 motions under the context of he didn't have opposing party served, only to get the court transcripts. And opposing counsel said, I did get served all the motions. And then the judge, you can read the transcripts. The judge is like trying to back up. No, you didn't. Oh, she already said it, buddy. It's too late. Knee-jerk reaction. You guys need to understand this. You guys need to stop thinking that these individuals are what they're not. You go in there and you tell the judge, hey, man, I'm sorry I'm late. I was too busy. And your wife, boy, her sloppy toppy skills banging. Where are we at with this? I had a judge tell me one time, I sent you the letter to come here myself personally. I was in federal court, Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. The judge said, I sent you notice to come here personally. I went to school for law. I know why he said that. He said that to put it on record. So if I try to appeal, they're going to say, well, the judge said right here, he sent it to you too personally. So me knowing that, I answered to him. I said, no, you didn't. You're wearing a gold watch, Your Honor. You don't do that. You got staff to do it. I'm telling you, I wasn't served. He didn't object to it, so it was right. This is the game y'all don't understand. It's being played when y'all go to court. And now to your regularly scheduled program. Why are y'all talking to hearing officers when y'all go to court? Answer my fucking question. Why are y'all talking to hearing officers when y'all go to court? A hearing officer have absolutely there's no structure in any court for a hearing officer. That's why they get the name officer. Like I said in my video I did today, if you go to court and talk to an officer, I want y'all to listen. Pay real close attention to what I'm about to say. If you go to court and talk to a hearing officer, this is the question that I want you to ask that hearing officer. You say to that hearing officer, lie, if you will. My brother, when he's an officer as well, he went to the academy. What academy did you go to become an officer? Just ask him that question. Please. Please, please, please. Don't be a bitch. Ask him the question, please. Ask him the question. What academy did you go to become an officer? What academy did you go to? Filed the motion in Rochester, New York. The hearing officer there said that the judge appointed me to be here. He said, why are you here? Who are you? Now they want to try to use big boss name. The judge! Why am I respecting the judge? I didn't do nothing wrong. You're going to hold me in contempt? For what? I didn't do anything. I'm just questioning you. I had one judge tell me, you need to hurry up with your testimony. I told a judge one time, the Constitution doesn't say that I need to hurry up and testify. I'm going to say what I want to say. Back to what I was saying. A hearing officer in Rochester, New York told Dave Nutzer that the judge appointed me. So I just want to make sure you guys understand that from how I understand things, because you guys don't understand. You go to court and a person that can't be held accountability, a big fat donut is sitting down looking over a case that she can jerk you, he can jerk you. You can't do nothing, but it's official. But that person can ask you all the wrong process, all the wrong process procedures, can go out of line, can testify for the mother. Well, we need this from you. We need that from you. And the mother just sitting there, Why do you think y'all go to hearing officers? Y'all go to hearing officers, so it's the courts testifying against you, as opposed to that person that said, you don't take care of your kids, I want child support. You guys don't even see that. Once again, remember I said when people say something to me, it lights up, the whole situation lights up, and then I figure out how I'm going to answer to it to counter you and make sure I bring you to your demise. I mean, I didn't say bring to your demise earlier, but I said later. How I see things. That's how I see things. I see things by way of what do I have to do as it comes up before me in the image. I look at it and say, what do I got to do for that not to happen? Or what do I got to do to make it when this is over, I'm the winner? Part of understanding anything is intimidation. I remember the first time I seen a possum. I went home. I was living in not the first time I seen a possum. The first time I had a real strong encounter with a possum, I went home, pulled up in my driveway when I was living in the Pocono Mountains, Pennsylvania, and one was on my porch snarling at me. I was just looking at him, snarling. So the snarling was the intimidation. Yeah, them things don't take bullets too well. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, I found out something that night. When you shoot them, they die. Yeah. So when somebody shoot their shot at you, the snarling, when someone starts snarling at you, what do you do? When you go to court and talk to these hearing officers that mean absolutely nothing, appreciate those thumbs up. They mean nothing. They don't mean nothing. Last time I was in front of a hearing officer, I asked her, who the fuck are you? She told me, get out of here being disrespectful. I don't gotta respect you, lady. But y'all think y'all have to. Y'all go there scared as hell. Y'all go there, let them have on a mug grill. Are you okay today? Why do your face look like that? You can ask him that. You can ask him, why do your face look like that? Why do your face look like that? Y'all just go there and let them just bun y'all. I'm not for that. No, I'm not for that. I'm not for that. By the mere fact that they say why they say when I got smart, why they send me in front of the judge? Why she ain't had the power to say, I'm holding you in contempt on 30 days contempt. I cursed at her for crying out loud. Why did nothing happen to me? You ain't put them two together, did you? Because she can't do nothing. I wouldn't curse at a judge. No, I wouldn't do that. No, sir. I wouldn't do that. I'll be held in contempt. You see how that works? I don't have no stories of me cursing at a judge. Not happening. My gangster, nah, not happening. Hearing officer, open wide. I'm trying to put the whole 3-piece in your mouth. They mean nothing. Why do you think y'all get screwed over? Because the process of a hearing officer is not a real process. The fucking that you're getting is real. You submitting all your evidence when you shouldn't, that's real. Them saying that they're going to lock you up if you don't bring stuff, that's fake. That's fake. It's not against the law to lie to you and threaten you. It's not against the law to do that. The thing is, when they do it, a judge can say, I'm going to lock you up. I'm going to do this and all that for all the wrong. The problem is going to happen is when he lock you up. That's when he have the problem. Other than that, they can say whatever they want. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. You're just looking at them. Yeah, I just don't understand. But with a hearing officer, it ain't happening. Please pass this message to anybody you know, this video to anybody you know. Tell them watch the whole thing. It's not it. Hearing officers mean absolutely nothing, to include commissioners, to include all these people with these old high authoritative names. They have these names to start the intimidation process against you. Yeah. And you buy into it. Yeah, you do. Shut up. I will knuckle slap you. Shut up. You buy it. Yeah. You buy it. I'm not buying it. Not buying it. Let me tell y'all something right here. Let me go left for a second. It was a family I grew up in Newark, New Jersey. It was a family. And these dudes, they were all brothers. They knew karate. And, they knew karate. But one time this dude named Lance was fighting one of them. Lance had a wicked street game fight. And he fought one of the dudes and beat his ass. And ever since I seen him, you know that term, there's blood in the water? There's blood in the water. Once I seen him, one of the brothers get beat, I didn't respect none of them no more. One day, one of the brothers was messing with my friend. Rest in peace, Dwayne. Was messing with my friend. I rode up the street on my bike. I just jumped off my bike. I said, yo, kick ass. I kept telling him, yo, he ain't going to do nothing. I said, no, we'll see. Come on, man, with all the talking. Hook him up. The dude backed out. Nah, man, I'm going to let this slide. I know you is. I came with that fire. That's why. Intimidation is an art for those that love the arena. You got to love rap music to be in the arena of rap. I'm not interested in intimidation at all, not even a little bit. I was walking my dogs today. I live in a quiet neighborhood. Dude riding around on a bicycle with a mask on. What do you think I did when the dude was riding through the neighborhood on a bike with a mask on. When he was riding through the thing in the neighborhood, riding on a bike with his mask on, I stopped and looked at him and just went from concealed to open carry. And I don't just glance at him. I stop, put up both of my dogs on my right hand, my left hand, and I'm just watching them. I'm just watching them. No, they call them YNs now. Young is cool. You get. I fear none of that. I'm not buying into none of the riddles. None of that. So the reason why these individuals keep beating y'all, hearing officers got no place in court. Got no place. Once again, next time you go to court and you're talking to a hearing officer, say, hey, just lie. My brother, my cousin, whoever. Hey, yeah, my cousin, he's a cop. Yeah. What academy did you go to become an officer? Start asking them questions. You'll see how all of my clients that went to court and asked the court, excuse me, everybody, all of my clients that went to court and questioned the hearing officer, they all shrunk. All of them. They all shrunk. Why? Why? They all shrunk. But yet, they'll send you a letter. You need to come down here on the 19th. You need to bring all your paperwork. If you don't bring it, you have a chance to get imprisonment or held in contempt. Who's going to hold me in contempt? You don't even ask no questions. You just take everything and go down there. Okay, yes, no, I don't know. Okay, yeah. No, who are you talking to? That's not how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to have a discovery. They ask you, you ask them. You don't just submit your paperwork. You never see hers. 98% of my clients never seen how much that woman make. How are you accepting child support amounts and you don't even know what that person make? You wasn't taught about the system that was used. You allowed them to simply say, we calculate this. You don't ask to be taught this system. You didn't even ask what numbers they use. You didn't come up with none of that. You don't know none of that. But yet, if you go to the store and somebody say that'll be $10, you're not going to give them $3. You're going to give them $10. This is what y'all do. It's what y'all do. Y'all say, this was the court. We use the method, the calculating method. You can find it online. No, I'm not asking online. You guys don't even know how much power you got. These people work for you. This is law that as a citizen of the United States, you are owed an explanation as to what's going on. Let me tell y'all, same said individual, Brooklyn, New York. The very first federal complaint we wrote up on the judge, Brooklyn must got a tight knit because they responded with a perspective of, well, we're going to try to spin this like you did wrong. So what Brooklyn court did, they told him, this is what they told him. Well, when this case first started, you was asked and you decided that you was going to represent yourself. You will be held in a high standard as an attorney. This got nothing to do with the wrong that I'm being done. So I'm going to show y'all how I answer to that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go into my documents right there. We'll hit documents. My documents is opening up. You see all my documents, See all those blue things? Those are all documents, all my motions I drafted up, all the motions. Oh, we be here for days, y'all. This is what I do. These are all in my phone. I can do it from the phone. I'm gonna reach out to something I drafted up today, right? So I'm gonna spin back up to the top. So you're gonna see that, right? See that now? I'm gonna just touch it, the last one, and I'm gonna open it. All right. Now I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna read to y'all what this says. Chief Administrative Judge, the Honorable Jeannie D. Edwards. You see that right there? Brooklyn, it goes to New York. All right. Chief Administrative Judge, the Honorable Jeannie D. It's a black chick. That's why you can always tell when a black woman sends you something and respond. The black woman sends you something and responds to try to persuade you that you're wrong. The white people don't do that. They just be like, we will be looking into it. Thank you very much. But when a black woman respond, it's full of you don't think you're right. This is how we know, because we said to her in the thing, this is what a white woman did. She used the angry black man scenario. So she want to respond back with, well, you remember you said you was representing yourself. You got to understand you're going to be held in just same regards as an attorney. Really? Listen up. Incompetence. Again, you stated, remember, there it is right there. Again, you stated, right? Again, you stated, I'll be held in the same regards as an attorney when representing myself. Attached is a copy of the orders that the judges dismissed on the grounds I didn't have opposing party served. Unfortunately, I did. You see that right there? Unfortunately, I did have opposing party served. You see that? Huh? I'm telling y'all. Yeah, I'm telling y'all. Unfortunately, I did have them served. Attached is B, a copy that I served opposing party. Attached is C. Remember I told y'all earlier when listen, attached is C. Attached is C. You see that right there? Attached is C. Transcripts of opposing party claiming they did get served. This is the fun that I have in my brain because I went to school for law. I can say, he said that? She did that? Really? Go get that. Let me work. Y'all just be like, when I was talking to my client today and I was putting this together for him, I said, you do know this happened to thousands of people. Thousands. This is what fathers go through. It's not going to happen to you. Your faith will be different. People, I'm going to tell y'all, I have filed probably 1,000 charges on judges over my 25-year career. I am 1,000-0, meaning this. You think that there's nothing you can do when a judge do you wrong. I was taught differently. The problem with me and you don't know when wrong is done. The simplest thing I have you saying, I don't know. So if I know a judge can have it hanged, that's who I want to talk to all the time. I don't want to talk to a hearing officer. Why would I want to talk to a hearing officer? I can't do nothing against you. Ethics committee nobody handles cases of wrong by hearing officers. So I want to talk to the judge. So when he barked left, I can put him back straight. Let me continue. Attached is a copy of the party being served. See the transcripts of opposing party claiming in court, they claim they got served. Just curious as to how this is not racism. A white judge, white opposing counsel, constantly violating my constitutional rights under he doesn't have an attorney. I didn't write that. Yes, I did. There it is right there, people. Right there. He doesn't have an attorney. He doesn't have an attorney. Just curious, how is this not racism? A white judge, white opposing counsel violating my constitutional rights under the fact he doesn't have an attorney. You'll have to remember I told y'all this. You're going to say, oh, yeah, you said that in another video. I'm using it. I'm helping my clients use the same perspective. After all, this me talking through them. Just curious, how is this not racism? A white judge, white opposing counsel violating my constitutional rights under he doesn't have an attorney. You'll have to understand, I am well educated under all the laws in which I'm governed by. Remember I said that to the judge, Judge James Triano, to be exact. I know more about the law. I know more about law than stop on red and go on green. That's how it goes with me. People, I tell y'all, when a judge get 3 violations, they're off the bench. They can't practice no more. Y'all just don't think so. If you think a judge can go through one, if you think a judge can go through 1 week and don't violate nobody, they violate somebody 1, 2, 3 times every hearing. They violate. Y'all just don't know when it's a violation, but they violate them every time. They do. They violate them every time. Every time. And y'all just be in court, and y'all don't know it. So when it comes to your hearing officer, listen to me. Tell them to get going. Ask them, if you do me wrong, what could I do to you? If you tell me to be quiet, if you tell me anything, what could I do to you? But if I'll tell you shut the fuck up if you do. But I remember before I went to school for law, I remember going into these small closet rooms. The rooms was just eerie. It didn't have no meaning behind them. And you just go into the room and you talk to these attorneys, you talk to these hearing officers, and it's just nothing but disrespect. Nothing but 100% pure grade A disrespect. And then you go to school and learn. You're not even supposed to be talking to a hearing officer. You don't talk to hearing officers in criminal court. You don't talk to hearing officers in traffic court. You don't talk to hearing officers in civil court. Why is it the only place that have people to gather information from you under all the constructions of wrong, and you sit down there and you just take it, and then when it's all said and done, the judge looks you over, and then you say, "Why did you look me over?" Well, you participated in the process that means absolutely nothing. You gave away time. Imagine just saying, "Hey, listen, the game is 48 minutes long. I want you to dance for 47 minutes, but that last minute of the game, I want you to come on strong." That's what y'all do when you talk to a hearing officer. An attorney ain't going to tell you this. They're not. They are the absolute worst. You are basically saying, "Okay, what do you want? Give you that. Listen, a hearing officer would tell you. You could tell a hearing officer, "I got my own business." A hearing officer say, "Well, we need you to bring all your business information." A judge won't say that to you. A judge know better, but a judge will let a hearing officer say it. A judge won't say, "Bring all your business." And if they do, you can say, "This is how I told my clients to answer it in the past." Mr. Smith, you work for yourself? Self-employed. You need to bring your business information. I'll bring that up before the next board meeting. Excuse me? We have a board meeting every quarter. I'll bring that up for the next board meeting. That's how you answer that. You don't say, "Okay, I." When you're a business, it's not about you. And they know this, but you guys answer that anyway. I mean, after all, you go ahead and pop up at Coca-Cola Corporation and see if you're going to go in there and demand something and see what they say. We don't handle that. Board of directors handle that. And you are who? But they get you in court and they just tell you things and you just, okay, I'll bring that. No. I need you to bring your business information. I'll bring that in. I'll bring that up in our yearly meeting. I need that now. I don't control the board. So, and the company's got nothing to do with this. What do they got to do with this? That's what you should say. Attorney ain't gonna tell you that. But your company is not being sued. You people that say you people even that say things like, "Oh, I pay myself. I got a business and I pay myself." Why? I don't pay myself. I don't pay myself from that company. I don't pay myself. I don't pay myself. For what? I pay myself for. Y'all think, "Oh, I'll pay myself this or that." I don't pay myself. I have a client down in South Carolina who got a house that's paid for. Somebody tried to sue her for put a lien on it. I drafted up a motion. Go to court and tell them that your mother and father got a lien on the property. She goes there to say that. The judge says you can't do that. Who the fuck are you? If I own the house, you're telling me that I can't have my brother have a lien on my property? Who are you? This is what y'all don't understand. You can tell a judge. So let me make sure I understand you, Your Honor. My house is paid for cash because of the money that I borrowed from my aunt, and she can't have a lien on the property of the money that she gave me to buy the house because we didn't register the lien with the city. Yeah, no dice. You guys, like I was saying, you will let the courts tell you that things that you wanted, that things that you and your family put in place, it can't be like that because you got to do it the way everybody else do it. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. It's not it. There are people. Excuse me. Red Fox. Remember Red Fox? He didn't put his money in the bank. Who's to say everybody do? Family court is one of the only courts that when you go down there, they try to bend your testimony into what they say. So you say, well, I don't bank in the bank. Why don't bank? They bend their face up because now you're untrackable. Why would I be trackable? Like I said, let me reiterate something again. If I got $10,000 in cash, it's in 6 different places. I'm not having all my money in one spot. And I don't have, it's been like that all my life. You can freeze my account up all you want. I'm not going to lose no sleep. I'm not on my bills. I'm not pulling a Umar Johnson. It ain't happening. It's not happening. Listen, I live the type of life that if I see something for $5,000, $10,000, I ain't got to go to the bank. That's my life. Always been like that as an adult. I'm not doing that. You know, when you see Gas Monkey Garage, Richard Rawlings and his boy Dennis, you must have $500,000 in cash. You know, I done seen them do $500,000 deals. I done seen them sit down there and pull up to Gas Monkey Garage and be like, oh my God, is that a Ferrari? Yeah, call this boy Dennis up. His boy Dennis came with 400,000 cash. I'm like, God damn. You think he went to the bank to get that? You think he went to the bank to get that? Look at them TV shows where cats be flipping cars. Spend the day when you got a day off and watch Gas Monkey Garage and see, wouldn't you love to have a life like that? Oh, yeah. Instead of every time you need something, I got to go to the bank. That ain't how rich people do shit. That ain't how people money do stuff. Like I said, listen, I got 7 cars. All right. 2 of them are here. 1 motorcycle out of 2 is here. The rest of them are in storage units. All right. All of my TVs, everything, every other thing that I own, I got access to it from me. The storage units that I got, well, one of them is not 24 hours. One of them is, one of them ain't. You guys, think about this. You got $5,000 in the bank. So everything you own, I mean, my situation, everybody I know that got a lot of cars got storage. But other than that, my point is, everything that I own, everything you own should be in your possession at your house. But your money is not. Think about that. Let's just say you got $3,000. You got $3,000. All $3,000 of your dollars is in the bank. Well, all right. Excuse me. I don't know nobody with money that can say that. But when you go to court, they expect your situation to be like everybody else's. They said to my client in South Carolina, your mother and father got a lien on the property? Yeah, it's not registered with the city. She said, I'll register with the city then. You can't do that. Who said? Who said? Who said that? Who said that? Now the courts is making a law based on how you and your family set stuff up. Is that when? But you'll let them, you may say, what's that? It's the same thing with your business. Okay, I don't know if you was making that connection. It's the same thing with your business. Your business has a board. Your business has meetings. If somebody wants something from your business, you shouldn't have access to it. You don't got a custodian of records? You mean to tell me somebody can just walk up to you and get everything, all about your business? Somebody can just kidnap you and take you to the bank and dump out all the proceeds from the business and all that, and nobody else would find out about it. And you just, no, that's not how that works. No, and no business is it like that. So why is child support telling you? And I want to be clear, just so we're clear. When I draft up motions, this is the success that my clients get, because they don't expect them to know this, nor they expect them to draft up a motion and then file it and then have everybody served and come to court and be professional and don't break. Because we have, I don't know if you've seen the videos where we do practice, where you write down all the questions you think that the attorney is going to ask you, or you're going to be asked. And then we do a walkthrough the night before. We do all our practice runs the night before you go to court. And all of my clients are successful with that, but it's at a 70% success rate, which is good. That means you went there and we already rehearsed for 7 out of the 10 questions. That's all I'm saying. That's excellent. The hearing officers, we got one protocol for them. Who are you and why are you here? Why are you here? We got up in Rochester, the judge said that I can be here. Don't that sound like a little, what did, oh, you never asked. That's right. You never asked, right? No, I get it. You just go there and hit one of, yeah. Hey, you like it, I don't. Not you like it, I love it. You like it, I don't. It ain't happening. And that's what it gets down to. Y'all got to understand when it comes to this court process, you're doing it 98% wrong. And then you expect right after you've done it wrong. Like I had a client today. He was like, the judge ruled on this. My client that the judge ruled and threw out all 5 of his motions. In his mindset, he was like, man, I want to appeal. I said, nah, you don't want to appeal. Man, but what we going to do, man? This and all that. What we going to do? I said, if we appeal it, then those 5 motions are going to be locked up in an appeals process. So in the next 2 years, if the appeals court don't hear them, then we can't say anything to them because they locked up in the process. So we don't want to appeal it. Okay, we don't want to appeal it. Focus said, Chris, the child support system have destroyed my brother and uncle. I told you myself, I'd rather die than go through the system. I'm 25. You rather, now I'm only saying what you're saying, and I'm just going to say this. You rather die than have some fun? Let me tell you. You said you're 25. I had a 23-year-old walk into court in December, was in court in August. And the judge said to him, he said to the judge, after having me on retainer since October before that, and he walks into a court in August and says to the judge, come on, man, do me a solid. It's fucking guy. He says to the judge, come on, man, do me a solid. I need my alimony. The judge said to him, alimony? No, you're not going to be getting alimony. You're going to be paying alimony. Yeah, you're going to be paying alimony. We got you assessed at $53,000. Focus, what's wrong with that statement? Anything wrong with that statement? Just curious, Focus, if you're still here. Anything wrong with the judge saying to a 23-year-old kid, alimony? You're not getting alimony. We got you assessed at $53,000. We got her assessed at 26. So you're going to be paying alimony. Anything wrong with that statement, Focus? Anything wrong with that statement? He said, that's crazy. No, that's not crazy. That's a federal charge on a judge. That's not crazy. What's so crazy about it? Crazy. That's a federal charge on a judge. 2 more, I'm getting them off the bench. You know why that's a federal charge? Because the judge obviously don't know what the fuck is going on in his own case. You see, for them to tell my client that they got him assessed at making $53,000, he needs to take his eyes on the motion that we filed back in May. So if you're still saying that he's making $53,000 and we filed a motion back in May, that means, hello, you're not paying attention to your own case. So when my client said that, once again, things lit up in front of me and I said, he said that? Nah, bro, get the court transcripts. Got the court transcripts and we filed a federal charge on the judge. This is why when he went back to court for his divorce in December, the judge, when the ex-wife Ann got up and said, Your Honor, I got his financial information. The judge said, hold it. Mr. David Nutza, can I look at that, please? He said, no. Miss Nutz, I'm sorry. This is what he did. I'm sorry. I can't look at the information. So no offense to who are these people now? Your uncle and your brother. See, you got no offense to them. Everybody got the scared concept of court. I'm only scared if I killed 5 people and I'm begging for mercy. I didn't do nothing. And this perspective about how everybody's supposed to run around here and, the courts, like my client, the white attorney that filed a motion claiming that he was the angry black man. Oh, hold on a second. I'm sorry. Let me help you out with that, since I hate to just be saying stuff and people just listening to me and don't think it is what it is. Just for the record, that attorney's name is Nicole L. Esquire. You see it right there? Yeah, we got her ass too. You don't get the right, this black man went up to a school and scared everybody. Well, we called the school and they don't have a record of this, but you filed it in court. Yeah. Can't do that, sis. But see, when he went to court and don't have an attorney, he got me in the background on my Professor Xavier shit. I'm just looking at everything like this, and I'm saying, get the transcripts. I want my boot in her ass immediately. So I don't know none of this. I just don't. I don't know none of this. None of this. I don't know it. I don't know it. I don't know nothing. No offense to nobody. I don't understand it. It wasn't meant for me to understand it. Like I tell people, I thank my brothers for kicking my ass. Like I tell people, my first fights in my life, my first 150 fights, and that is me assuming that I had at least 50 fights with all 3 of my brothers, 50 fights apiece. So my first 150 fights, I was 0 and 150. I'm not losing fights no more. My clients don't lose. It's as simple as that. I'm not losing fights. I'm a fighter. I be watching Mike Tyson fights like, don't think less of me, y'all. Okay. I'm about to tell y'all something, man. Don't think less of me. Y'all, I'll be watching Mike Tyson fights, man. I'll be like ready to cry, man. I swear I'll be looking at Mike Tyson fights, man. I'll be like ready to fucking cry. Cause I just like the way Mike just, the guy would just be walking around the ring. He thinking about something else and this and that. And when that bell rang, an animal emerged. A fucking animal. I was watching a fight today when I forgot the name of the dude. He was his former partner. He fought the dude. The dude already had 7 professional fights when he was fighting Mike. And then Mike met him again, knocked him out in 93 seconds. I'm getting you the fuck out of here. I love fighting fights. I love Thor. I love when he arrived to Wakanda and he said, "Bring me Thanos." He's no, fuck all these other little monsters. Give me the big guy. I want the big guy. And for the record, what happened when Superman popped up at their fight? He said to Batman, "How could I help?" I should have Thor, right? This guy, when he popped up, he said, "How could I help?" Thor said, "Bring me Thanos." And what did he say after he got him with Stormbreaker? He said, "I told you, you die for that." I love fighters. I'm a fighter. And you never, and I mean ever, pick a fight with a fighter. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I love fighting. Any version of it, I'm built for it. Any fight, I'm built for it. I love fighting. Don't think you're gonna, oh yeah, well, we're gonna file this on you. Are you gonna file what on me? Okay. That's what Miss Nicole thought. Oh, we'll hit him with he's an angry black man. Yeah, we suing you too. We gonna need a 50,000. We gonna need a 50 piece for that. You want to tell people that I came to court, my daughter's job. So we drafted up I drafted up a letter, the email to the school. As of right now, you're going to be part of a 3-part lawsuit. This is how you just see. I was talking to Dave this week, and I said, when you work for yourself and you do things for yourself, you're on an administrative life more than anything. Physical is probably 5% of your life. The other 95%, when you work for yourself and you're your own person, it's administrative. For those that work for themselves, I don't know what type of stuff you do, but I'm not on that physical stuff no more. And so I'm on a more of administrative life. And so you got to handle a lot of stuff, all this stuff going back and forth. This needs to be done, that needs to be done. It's the physical to come with it. My physical stuff is around the house, doing this, cutting the grass, fixing that, put these lights up, doing all kind of shit. Anyway, so I just let me tell you, focus. Why individuals have problems with women in court. I'm going to tell you why. Read what Focus said. Chris, the child support system have destroyed my brother and my uncle. I told them I'd rather die than go through that system. You can have 20 babies, man. Just hire me. Just make sure you put one in their mouth. But I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you all something. You're looking at a 56-year-old man, and every woman that I ever dated, I was the best man that they ever met. One problem. That sass, that the bullshit that they do to gauge your sass, it always zero. There's no leeway. There's no sass with me. If you say to a woman, like everything have a disclaimer. Objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. I remember the first time I seen it in the Jeeps, the Suzuki Samurai Jeeps that had any such and such, this car flip over. I seen it, right? If you told a woman that you now know the system to be like I'm telling y'all, the system is on this 28th of August, 2025. This is the way the system is. I want y'all to listen to what I'm about to say. Okay, you listening? Shut up. I want you to listen to what I'm about to say. And then you tell me if you're going to go for it. So hold on. Okay, I want y'all to listen. When a woman take you down to court and turn you into a non-custodial dad, you are not the parent. You're not. You're no longer a parent. They stripped you of being a parent. That's why you're paying child support. You're paying child support for something that is not yours anymore. This is, no offense with Focus, this is what his uncle and his brother went through. They didn't process. What happens is, okay, so when I first came in here, this wasn't full, but it wasn't empty. So I drunk it. Now there's nothing else in here no more. So I'm not going to put this to my lip and cock back because there's nothing here. Right? My point and what I'm saying is I have to rationalize and understand now that there's nothing else I can get out of that bottle. Fathers go to court and they get told that they're a non-custodial dad, and they can't rationalize the fact they still think that they're a father. They're no longer a father. A non-custodial dad, it's all the fluff. It's non-custodial. It's dad with non-custodial in front of it. That means nothing. That means you're not a dad. I worked for attorney Carlin Saphir when I was going to law school. When I went to do work for his law, went to work for his law firm doing my internship, but I didn't get paid. So it wasn't. So I just lied. I didn't work. I was doing an intern because interns don't get paid. So if you take a job and you give somebody money for services, that's called a job. But if I do something, if I work for you and I'm learning, that's an intern. The activity is exactly the same. The meaning is different. One is an intern, I'm not getting paid. The other is I work for you, I am getting paid. Now I need you to understand this. When you're a father, that's when you, the woman, y'all live together, et cetera, et cetera. When you're a non-custodial, you now got to switch off you can't tuck your kids in at night. You can't take your kids to school. You won't be able to say good morning to your kids every day. You won't be able to protect your kids. All this stuff is going on that I don't know one, and I mean one. I don't know one father that transitioned from a dad to a non-custodial. I couldn't do it. It's impossible to do. I can listen to you guys are listening to me tonight, and I can tell you this, but you can't. It's why I want to kill myself. It hurts. It's a hurt the way I would not walk myself into it again, walk into it. How it won't happen again is where I'm at now. Unfortunately, first time around, you can't accept it. It's only after the second time. So when another woman have your child and try to take you through it again, that's when you invoke the you invoke the hold up. Right? So every woman that I've ever dated, I told them straight up, anytime I ever have a woman, if I make a woman pregnant and she say, I'm taking you down, she won't even finish the sentence, I'm gone. And every last one of them said, so you wouldn't fight for your child? Why would you make me have to? It's the actions that they do that we're not charging them for. I finally charged the Tia LaShawn Bradley for all her games, 11 and a half years, after fighting her. And what I realized when we went to court and 3 years later, she was crying and wanted me to participate back in the game. But she said, come do the visitation. It's not visitation, bitch, it's game. I don't do game no more. See, that's the problem with us men. I'm always going to blame men. I mean, I'm going to help fathers, of course, but we need to start processing things for what they are. I can't get a man to understand you're a non-custodial dad. If I take sugar out of something, if I take sugar out of soda, it ain't soda no more. It's diet soda because now the sugar is not in it. When you have been taken out of your child's life, or when you're in a situation under the non-custodial umbrella, you're not a father no more. Face it. That's the part that fathers don't get. Not anything else. You're only playing the games and you're only playing the games. I stayed and stuck around for 11 and a half years being a non-custodial, as a non-custodial dad, thinking I was a custodial dad. That is straight lunacy. I should have said to Tia LaShawn Bradley, I can't do nothing with your child. I'm ordered to give you money. I can't do nothing for your child. That's our child. I'm a non-custodial dad. Deshaun said it best. The truth hurts, but it'll set you free. Yes, it will. That's why I'm based on that statement right now, I will never, ever lie to myself. I will never lie to myself. I will always be honest with myself. You know the honesty that I tell myself now? Y'all ready for it? You know the honesty that I tell myself now? I'm getting old. I closed my hand in the door today. I said, what the fuck? So I closed my hand in the door today. I hurt my toe when I was in North Carolina a couple of weeks ago. I hurt my hand when the guy was putting a new range in my kitchen, and I threw it in the garbage, and I tried to steer it as it was going in the garbage. And now my hand all got that sore on my hand, you know, you know, it is me understanding I'm getting old. I can feel my body transitioning to that next level of you just doing things like because you don't have that sharp no more. You just don't have it. That's why I ride my scooter, not my Honda. I ride my fifth wheel scooter that I brought. I ride it because it helps me with my agility and all that. No, yeah, no, you right. It comes with age. I'm just the way I combat. I work. I walk more, and like I said, I ride my fifth wheel scooter, my $400 scooter that I brought. And when I turn corners, I gotta lean my body. I gotta do all that, and it helps me with my agility. That's why I ride it. And but I have to tell myself this. Because if you constantly keep trying to just go forward, you have a lot of accidents and then be like, whoa, like my Nissan Leaf, that muff, when I put the cruise control on it, it will keep the wheel. I can take my hand off the wheel and it'll be in a far left side and the wheel will turn and put it right in the middle of the lane. That muff can be going around a corner and the wheel will just be turning. None of my other cars do that. If I'm about to hit something, that mug will stop. It'll beep, stop, and then it'll have automatic braking. It is amazing. Every old person need a car like that. Every old person need a car like that. Driving in a straight line, it's your automatic cruise control to keep you in the lane. Really, really. So yeah, you're right. It comes with age. Stam says, "I need your help. Just text us when you're ready." And only text $50 consultation. I'm ready when you're ready. Anything else, my secretary gonna block you, bro. You know, so you guys need to stop dealing with these hearing officers. Please, they're not. When you look over in the mirror, it says objects in the mirror not close to they appear. My man says she did. Yeah, okay, well, that happens. Mm-hmm. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, so objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. You gotta understand that. Gotta understand that. Gotta understand that. Truth. You know. I'm gonna end it. Excuse me. I'm gonna end this with this concerning truth. I appreciate that focus. I'm gonna say this concerning truth. I'm watching a lot of people at 56 years old facing truth. And the truth is, they're gonna have to work until the day they die. They fucked up in the game. They all messed up because they was living hype. They didn't want a substance. I'm afraid of the unknown. I told y'all that. I'm not scared. I'm afraid. Chicks bat their eyes at me. Hey, let's go and fuck. That scared me. That don't arouse me. That didn't arouse me. Why are you trying to seduce me? Why are you trying to get me somewhere I don't want to be? That's my life. Proud of it. I have a great life now. Great life. I have no regrets. None. I'm glad everything is as it's supposed to be. Everything. The way my life is now, I'm looking to go to another country. I want to move to another country. And, the guy called me, I took my 7 Series to get painted. He calls me up today. He says, "Hey, man, this car is beautiful." I said, "Well, that's why you got it." And, he was like, "I don't think you're going to sell it when you get it back." I'm getting rid of all these cars. I want to go. I realized that, you know, ain't nothing here for me. You know, I watched the video. I'm gonna see if I can find that video. That video was crazy. I'm gonna see if I can find that video. I'm gonna see if I can find that video. Hold on. See if I can find that video. See if I can find that video. It was a video. It was a woman said, a man will be looking for. Oh yeah, I know where it's at. I put it on my whatchamacallit. I want y'all to listen to this. Hold on. Oh. American women have become too sexualized. You know, the video that I seen today, it said men will want a family to the end of time. Women, once when they hit menopause, they know it's over. They can't, you know. And it was so. I just put on me. I remember, I put me. It said. And I said, yeah, that's true. Listen.
Because when women turn 45, 50, 55, 60 onwards, if they find themselves single, the last thing on their mind is finding a man. That's the last thing on their mind. They are totally happy to focus on their kids, their grandkids. They're happy in that moment. Men will get to 70 and still be seeking a woman. Like the only women past 50 that still want to date guys and still want to meet men, there's something wrong with them. They're like the Lauren Sanchez's or the Larsa Pippins. They're the retired hoes. They never give up. They're still at it. But the majority of women, after a certain age, after they stop ovulating, men are irrelevant. Why there's such a crisis of men being lonely is because when women turn 45, 50, 55, 60 onwards, if they find themselves single, the last thing on their mind is finding a man. That's the last thing on their mind. They are totally happy to focus on their kids, their grandkids. They're happy in that moment. Men will get to 70 and still be seeking a woman. Like the only women past 50 that still want to date guys and still want to meet men, there's something wrong.
That is so true. I want a family so bad. It's not going to happen in America. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm watching videos. I watched a video of a chick, 55, bad. She said, the men here don't want me. All the young women want these 60, 55 and 60-year-old men. Then I seen a video of a man that was in Vietnam. That's the guy that I said that the kids was asking him, could he come out and play? And I seen another dude that did a video. He was in the Philippines. And he said he was 70 years old. Dude was like 70. He said, I'm 70 years old. I got 5 women. And the dude said, wait, you 70? He said, 5 women? He said, yeah, they waiting to see which one they waiting to see which one I'm gonna marry. They 5 of them, they waiting to see which one of them he's gonna pick to marry. And when I see that, I say, that's where my hope is. It's not here in America. It's not. I have no desire. Like I said, next time I have sex with a chick, probably don't even speak English. When I heard that, I said, holy shit, that is so true. And as much as I say, It's cool. I'm not going to have no family. It's cool. A week later, I'm like, no, I can't. And I know dating a 50-year-old is me folding in the towel. You know, I meet women. It's a shame that I meet women that don't have kids and still they don't have kids. They're a damn independent woman. They don't have kids. They don't want kids. It's something. So I know that in order for me to get what I want concerning family, it ain't going to be in America. That's why I got to go. That's why I want to go. I didn't sign up for these overseas tours. And the one person I sent the email to one of them, Panamanian tours, and I'm just, look, I got 2 dogs. That's all I'm saying. That's my whole thing. I got 2 dogs. I don't care. I can leave the cars here until I sell them off or whatever. But my thing is, I got 2 dogs. I got 2 dogs. I ain't trying to be in nobody's airport telling myself, you cannot bring dog in country. Cannot bring dog here. Who told you that shit? Let me see. Oh, there's some lying niggas. You know, I don't want that to be, but it's just not here. That dude, that 60-year-old dude that said the kids asked him to come out and play, he also said they don't have smartphones here. Like, the kids, they have smartphones, but he said kids don't have phones. In America, everybody got phones. He said, as a 60-year-old man, it feels like the 50s, and he said it feels like the 60s and 70s. It's modern life, but the people here are not like the people in America. And I tell individuals, my love is for the 40s and 50s and 60s. I got 50s and 60s love. I don't have this new stuff that women do. I'm not attracted to them at all. I realize when I listen to my motivational stuff in the morning, how do these individuals be 35, 40 years old and don't have a desire to have a kid? I'm not the person you need to be talking to, so that's what it gets down to. I think that I take care of myself. I thank God that I take care of myself. I think that I take care of myself. And I am not, under circumstances zero, going to allow myself. I'm not going to allow myself I'm not going to allow my love that I have inside to be victim of the feminist Western culture of women. It's not. And I don't believe in convenience. So that's what it gets down to. Stomp, 1981, 2400, you said she blocked you. You might need somebody else to do it, whatever, send consultation and all that, and pay attention. Just text $50 consultation, I'm ready. She's going to text you back the link. You do not ask any questions, because she's not going to answer any questions. And that's under my order, because individuals want to talk. Been doing this long enough. People that need help, follow instructions. Y'all have a good night.